Alright, chess family. Today we're going to be playing the Italian game. This is particularly the Hungarian Variation, which is basically when you play Bishop e7. I did a little bit of prep for it. I don't typically play the Italian, but it's all about learning and having fun. This is the 57-minute thematic chess tournament on Chess, so yeah, let's go and see how we do. I have a little bit of prep, like I said. I hope we get to get it. I'll be berserking for... I'll try to get first place, but it's not a big deal if I don't. But I'll try to get first place, and the idea will to berserk anybody 1800 or below. Queen e2. Let's defend the pawn. Yeah, I'm waiting for someone who's going to take over here twice, which will be good. Okay, pawn takes. d5 is interesting here. Okay, pawn takes. Let's go ahead and castle. Maybe knight c3, rook e8 might be a little bit annoying here. Okay, bishop back to b3. Knight takes, they just dropped a piece here. Okay, queen takes on e7. And that should just be the game, I guess. Let's go knight c3, developing pieces. Rook d1. Doesn't look too bad here. Drop in the queen. Looks like we're off to a good start. Yeah, they're gonna have to. Well, they don't have to resign there, but I'll tell you, if they were going to resign, that's a good time to resign. With the black side, I didn't. I kind of did some prep work for it, but basically it's pretty simple. There's like some knight takes e4 ideas, which maybe we'll see later on in the video, and it looks like you just really. It's supposedly a very solid opening for black. I think black in the Italian, it has a very solid game, but this one even more so with bishop e7. There's a little trap I'm going to go for with white whenever we play d4, c3. If they take, you play queen d5, which is not a forced win, but still, I think if people don't know it, then they can definitely fall for it. So, alright, so we got a below 1800, so let's berserk. c3, and here if they take... Oh, this is interesting. I'm not too sure on this one. I feel like you're supposed to just take here. I don't know why. I feel like that's just the right move. And then knight e5 check. I think this is probably correct. Pawn takes. And you know what? If they take, I'm going to go knight e5 check. And then pawn takes here. Probably d6 will get played. Knight back to f3. F4 is an interesting idea too, so that when you castle, okay, we'll just play back. They'll probably play d5. Pawn takes, I kind of like here, and then just castles, or maybe I'll just play e5 here. Let's go h3. I don't like bishop g4 there. Knight c3 after knight f6. Yeah, that knight a5 just didn't seem good. Although I definitely don't think I did the correct follow-up here. Luckily, Aaron Williams is not playing too fast either, though. So knight c3, let's castle. I also play the Conquering Gambit, which also just sacrifices a piece of one move, and in the Prechov defense. So yeah, I'm not too worried about this. Okay, let's see here. Bishop d7, castles. e5 is actually a good time to look about playing this move, as the bishop is now blocking. And actually, queen b3 check's a good move. It's a tricky move because most people will play bishop e6, which is a blunder for knight to g5 check. And even knight g5 is actually a decent move here, depending on where they move. e5 I like here. Knight g5. Let's go e5 here. I assume they're going to play knight a5 here. And I guess I'll just bring the queen back to d1. Okay, pawn takes. Okay, knight a5, I assume will happen. And then probably queen c2. Yeah, queen c2 I think is correct. I'm eyeing this h7 pawn, so if the rook ever does move, the queen can take. Go rook d1, e6 plan. That is a bit annoying for them. Oof, I guess I could have just grabbed the pawn here on b7. Knight d5 is also a move I like here. And okay, so they finally do play this move. Queen c2, e6. They miss the pin. Yeah, so this is yeah, just winning here. Rook takes check if they are going to go into this. Okay. So pawn takes, and if they take, we have knight to e5 there. That's probably why they didn't take. Knight e5. Queen c7, bishop f4. Let's go a3 here with the idea of b4. I mean, the big idea I really want to play is queen to b3. The checkmate on f7 is actually pretty powerful. So b4. Is the knight just trapped here too? Yeah, it looks like the knight's just trapped here. So this is also winning a piece with the fork here. If queen c7, we have bishop f4, knight g6 check. And check here anyways. Yeah, check here with bishop check here. Rook right there. Yeah, game over. That was a fun little one. Ooh, and we're in first place, guys. Not too bad, not too bad. Again, I like to play e4, but I usually play the Rory Lopez, or I will go for Scotch. So this is interesting to play this Italian. And you know, if I do play Italian, depending on the variation, I do like to play the Evans Gambit. I like to play gambits. Yeah, let's go ahead and just berserk here again. Oh, maybe I should not have berserked. I actually don't know the plans here for black as well. As well. Oh gosh. Okay, we'll just play knight f6. We'll castle. d6. One of the good things is that you don't have to worry about bishop to g5 moves. Go d6. We'll just play it nice and simple. Bishop e6. Yeah, see, a lot of times they just kind of push over here pretty slowly. And there's nothing wrong with that. Bishop e6, I like. Pawn takes. If they let me. Okay, d5's a new move here. And the nice idea is like knight h5, knight f4 here. d4 actually will trap this bishop, I believe, right? No, it doesn't even trap the bishop. Queen takes check, but the bishop goes to f4 here. That was my fault. I did miscalculate that. Is there anything we could do about this? I don't think so. I think we just dropped the pawn. So bishop f4. Maybe knight h7. Threatening the rook taking f4. That's a tricky move. Let's go bishop f6. We don't want to take right away, at least. Rook takes here. Yeah. Okay, rook e8 maybe. Okay. Knight takes if they do that. King's still in the center, which is nice. So knight takes e4 ideas. Probably queen f5 will get played. Let's go queen e7. e5. Rook back to f8. Knight h4 actually. Oof. Yeah, that's a good move. Let's go queen e8. King to g8. Because there was no way to stop the fork here. I had two pieces there, so. Okay, check. Queen takes. Oof. We gotta go for time on this one, guys. And this is what I was saying earlier, like I should not have berserked because I haven't got the defense down just yet. So let's go queen e7. I assume they'll go e5 here. Knight d5, knight c3. At least it's a nice square. If they allow me, we'll go rook f8, knight to f4, which looks like even a better place for this knight to go to. But knight c3 is a good square for us too. Maybe they'll go queen f7 check and just try to go for the endgame. I feel pretty confident this situation right here. Let's go knight takes. Rook f8. And let's see, what are they planning? Queen f6. The threat is if queen takes d4, knight e2 check wins. Yep, they fell for it. Knight e2 check because Once the rook takes, queen takes right here. You gotta have tactics in the bags, guy. Tactics in the bags. Bag. Okay, knight e2 check. So yeah, winning the queen regardless what happens. I'll go ahead and say queen takes on d4 since it is technically the best move. But yeah, I need to work on this black side of it. Oh, okay, knight takes. I mean, I guess they can play e7. I'll probably just take here. And I'll make my life easy. I'll just play queen takes, rook takes, and I'll grab the pawn on e6. And that'll kill all the counterplay. Rook takes. I could just play rook here, and I'll just grab both pawns. Rook takes. Rook takes. Remember, accuracy until the end. Rook there, forking. I'll take on d3. There. Pawn takes. Rook f3 check, and then we can pretty much just pre-move the queen getting made. We'll see if they give me the spite check or not. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's keep going forward, guys. We're on a nice little streak here. 2 berserks over here. What am I at? Oh, 2300. We're definitely not doing that. It's white to move in these positions. So d4, I definitely think is the move I'm playing. I'm trying to think what they play here. I think they play pawn takes. Oh, and now we just transposed into a scotch. Yeah, this is just a scotch now. Maybe not the scotch I like, but definitely a scotch nonetheless. So here they're trying to stop that idea. Let's play bishop to b4. That's the scotch line that I know. Bishop g5 is a little annoying. Let's go rook d6. Maybe knight e5. And I should play h6 here because bishop g5 really is annoying. But bishop e3 is almost needed. So we go h6 here. I'm not sure. Maybe they meant to play the other way. This is interesting. Let's go knight e5. c5. Rook e8. It looks like they're trying to castle queenside here. So let's play active. Let's play as active as possible. a5, a4, a3. That's okay. We'll just take. The point here is to play active. Bishop e6, knight c6. Let's go b5 again. Just play active. b4 is now the threat, so we're gonna go queen b6 and rook over to b8. But now we have this good idea. Let's see here. Rook b8. Pawn takes. If knight c4, we're more than happy to take there. Okay, knight g4. Knight c4. Let's go queen b5 here. Knight takes on e4 here too. Maybe knight takes e4 here is okay. Little tempo off there. I can play queen there. Okay, so knight takes, threatening the rook. Also have knight takes the bishop over here too. So 2 good things for me. This is interesting. Knight b5. Attacking the rook. And then maybe rook over here. 1, 2, 3. It's a little evenish. Oh, okay. Knight takes, but that was a blunder because of there, yeah. So queen takes, just up an extra piece here. But knights are one of the worst pieces in the end game, so do not take it easy now. Game ain't over till it's over. Rook over. Knight d5 in the future. Let's go rook there. Knight there, I guess. Knight d5. Check there. Knight b6. Okay, let's go g6. Knight c5 is the idea. Pawn takes, of course. And then let's go check here. Try to kick him back a little bit. Knight c5. Ooh, rook b3 check. And yeah, I think this should be pretty much game now. Once my rook penetrates, looks like it's just going to be easy now. The knights are very well placed. I don't see any good way for them to make any progress there. Rook f5. And we'll just push the pawn. King there. Check there. Maybe knight g4 here. Checks. Maybe king here. Yeah. Oof. Rook h1, knight f2 check. Okay. King takes. He probably heard me. He didn't play the move. King there. There. Yeah. Poor guy's just doing checks at this point. King f6. Okay. H6 there. Knight d6. I need to get the knight to d5. So here, here. And the idea is to put pressure there. So there, there, and then here. And if I want to, I can just trade off the... just trade off there too. So check, check. King there. King e4. e5. Like there. Check. Check. E4. Lateral check. It's a slow process, but it is a process. E3. Yeah, they could just take the pawn there on h3, so e2, and then that's it. I just gotta escape the checks now. Yeah. Okay. Good game. Good game. Got a little bit of endgame technique right there. Not too bad. Let's see here. 14. So we're still in the lead. And my main opponent. Oh, there's another guy on fire over here. Just got a win. 1900, Medeo. I'll do it because I'm playing the white side. And we'll go d4 and we'll go c. Oh, pawn takes. Knight takes on e4, bishop takes f7. So they don't do that. Bishop f4. Let's see here. h3 is a new plan. Either f6 or d6 here, which I'll take. Probably d6 is best. You don't want to go f6 because then they can't castle anymore. So pawn just takes, but now they can't castle. Maybe I was supposed to play e5 there right away. Yeah, I had a feeling they'd probably play this. Okay, so still keeping the idea of not letting them castle. Castles, and then threatening e5 now. Okay, perfect d5, right on schedule. Yeah, this is going to be very bad for them now. Pawn takes, and now the king is going to get opened up. Pawn takes on e7. Oof, I have knight e5 here too. So pawn just takes, right? Winning at least a piece here. Because even though this is attacked, I can still take here. If the queen takes, then I'm going to pin it and win it. I could also just take here, but I think I'd rather take the queen. What do you want, a bishop or a queen? Oh, interesting. I could just play knight takes here, so I don't even have to lose the other rook. Bishop takes g2. Sure, that's okay. I guess bishop c6 will get played. Oh, interesting. Okay, so queen takes. The more trades, the better. I'll take on c7 here. It's not to win the pawn as much as... oh, you know what? We'll go rook takes here. This rook takes threatens queen f7, and then another queen Not checkmating, but another queen will be made in a few moves. Queen check. Queen check. Okay, now this is lost. Queen check, double check, and then queen check. Where does the queen check? Right here? Queen check's here for mate. Yeah. The c5 square was the escape square I had to problem solve for. Oof, looks like we're running away with this, guys. Not too bad. Looks like we might be running away with this thematic Hungarian defense, Italian defense. Okay, that's a nice little one. Some of those, the traps, especially like the bishop takes f7 stuff, I've learned from the Scotch openings. And some of the lines that I'm playing in the Italian is actually transposing into it. So 2200, and against Kasparov, you know we're not going to be berserking. I respect Kasparov too much. Knight f6, attacking here. Yeah, okay. This bishop e7 is very solid. Again, you don't have to worry about these bishop g5 lines, so. Let's see. I wonder what they're thinking about. I guess they could be looking at d4, which actually doesn't look like a bad move. If d4, should I be lame and play d6 or play pawn takes? Okay, well they play d3, so let's just castle. We'll play d6 and just do the lame variations. I mean, these are very, very solid and even, so I guess I'm being a little immature by saying they're lame, but they definitely don't push for the advantage. I'm a Sicilian player, so I definitely like to play those more. Okay, so they do end up going for this. Let's go pawn takes. It's like a Scotch now. Oh, I'm sorry, like a Philidor's defense now. Bishop d7, I think they typically play this. Yeah, he was worried about the b5 ideas. I don't want to spend too much time here. Rook e8, maybe bishop f8. Bishop takes. Bishop f8. I do believe the more traits, the better, since we've transposed into a position of the Philidor or the Steinitz or Lopez. Here they made the dark squares weak. Maybe knight h5 here, maybe knight e5. Queen h4. Knight e5, knight g6. You have to be a little careful here because f4 is definitely one of the ideas. Knight g6, knight f4. But I think we're looking at c6 right now. If f4, do we go knight g3? To hunt? Yeah, I think if f4 we go knight g3, so it would be at least do a little bit of kicking here. Let's go c6. This is now resembling like a King's Indian defense now. Knight f4, queen to g5. Okay, queen f6, I guess. And then I assume they go queen to d2, that knight back, that's okay. Rook over to d8, bishop e6. You have to worry about the c5 idea. There, I assume they'll play bishop b6. Oh, they did not. Queen h4. Queen f6. They'll probably play that again because they're happy with the draw because of their rating. Okay, queen c7, queen e3, c5, trapping the bishop. Yeah. Nice little psychological trick right there. Oof. Now they have to worry about bishop d4, and they missed that blunder too. Oof. Yeah. Knight takes on f4 here. Yeah, knight takes f4. I'll play queen c5 if I get the opportunity to trade off the queens. And queen c5. Yeah, looks pretty safe to me. Rook g3 check, I could just bring it back. I could even play king h7, but there's like a check there, so let's not deal with that. So pawn takes. Rook now penetrates. Yeah, game over. Oof. Yeah, he was doing very well there. And a lot of times in those games, it's white who has a... Oh, it was berserk. White who has a really nice space advantage, but it takes work to actually, get it to the other side. You see if they play the pawn takes and they play c3, and they play pawn takes. If they do, we get to play queen to d5 here, and they typically go knight h6 to stop the checkmate, and bishop takes. Okay, so he didn't call for that. Pawn takes. Okay, knight c3. The knight takes e4 ideas are very nice here, so you do have to be careful with those. Bishop e3. Let's play h3 right here. I kind of want to take with the pawn if they do take. Okay, they did not. Let's castle. Rook e1. They might play queen c8 to go for like the sacrifice here. Nope. Rook e1. Bishop back f1. I love to bring my bishops back here. d5. And here, no, let's go rook c1 real quick. Oh, I just want to see if he's gonna play b5. Yeah, that's the question I really had. I was trying to trap the knight here by playing d5 there. Okay, so knight d5. Looks like they'll play c5 here. Oh, c6. Okay, knight just takes them. Looks like a free pawn. It tastes like a free pawn. It's a free pawn. Okay, another free pawn here. Rook takes. I'll take another pawn if he lets me on this a6 pawn. Let's go rook takes. Trades are not so bad for us. Let's see here. London Bridge is falling down. Bishop g3, rook c1 maybe. The knight looks really terrible. Okay. Probably bishop h6, queen to f4 here. Okay, let's see if they take there. The new threat will be to take and then play knight to g5. So let's go queen h4. We're not winning the pawn there, because then the rook would hang. Takes. I don't know why they want to trade pieces here, but it's not for me to question. b4 to kill this knight again, and then rook c7. I think rook a8 will probably get played. Let's go rook c7. Knight f4 is the idea. a4. Bishop back to f1. And then my pawns will run. And this knight is just, look at this. This knight cannot be worse placed. It literally can't move anywhere, but it's blocking the rook from defending over here on the queen side. I could play like knight to d4 here, I guess, but I don't think that's really needed. And here come those pawns. b6, a7. Yeah, this is game over. Yeah, knight just takes. Because why not? Move 3 past pawns now. Yeah, this knight's not doing anything. Gosh, what a hopeless looking position. Let's go a7. He can't take because of checkmate. b7, he can't take because of checkmate. Yes, oof, okay. He did not get the memo about the checkmate. So whenever you're sending out emails, you got to make sure you give the right headlines to it. Checkmate. Checkmate. Okay. Who's our next victim? Our player. Whichever one. 136 players, meow. Alright, 2300. We're not going to berserk against them. c3. Still hopeful somebody will fall for it and take, and I can play queen to d5. We'll see. I definitely like the d4 move the best. So this is one of the moves that's interesting to me. So here they have to play d5, and then we transpose into the Scotch Gambit. Oh, interesting. Typically they play d5 there, which is almost the same, except the knight's not really in the best place here. So interesting. Yeah, h3, and then a3 here, I think. That's okay. Knight to c3. Queen takes. They'll play g6 here, and then we can play bishop takes here. Queen over to b5, and we're winning a pawn now. Plus, they can't castle kingside either, so they have a problem. Taking on b7 I like the most. Queen takes on d5. Not too bad. Knight takes idea. Yeah, actually I think this is okay. Okay, so they don't take, so that's good for me. Queen e4, so I have pawn takes. They can't play g4 because the rook will hang at the end. I have d5 idea here, which is very strong. And they still can't castle, so a very bad position for them. Let's go d5. If they do play g4, castle's queenside, of course. Now I have d6 idea, which looks like it's just winning a piece for d6 because of the pin. Yeah, so they stop that, so they can play d6 now. Let's play rook over to e1, and then d6 is again the threat. Alright, so d6 I believe again, because queen e8 check looks really strong. Pawn takes. They have to take now. They're all in. Queen e8 check. I guess queen takes. Yeah, I didn't see anything very good after that. Maybe there was something better, but definitely did not play it. Queen d3. We need a guard from queen takes. They probably play rook d6, which knight to d4 looks good. Knight f5 check. And then we have g3 here also with f4 because the bishop would be trapped. So two good threats here. Knight e4 is also a decent move. Yeah, these knights look pretty toxic. Rook e8 check, knight e4. Maybe I should have added in rook e8 check real quick. Ooh, this rook has to move. Okay, let's go rook e2. Guarding the mate on b2, of course. And oof, a nice little move there. That is an annoying move. Alright, queen c3. It's not a move I want to play, but I almost feel like I have to. I just didn't want to deal with this move. Which I guess if they do have knight takes, or knight to c5. Knight takes. Knight f6 check. Queen takes. Or if not, I'll play rook takes there. If he plays king, well, he can't go king g7 here. So he can king g7, rook takes, and then rook d7 check wins the queen. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like it was pretty necessary. The new threats like rook d8 check just to trade off, and rook e7 here. So is there a threat right now? Let's go rook e7, I guess. Rook d8, is this the move? Queen checks. Hopefully I'm not missing something. But he'll do a check around here somewhere. Ah, dang it, I did miss the check. No. Okay, so check there, king there. Check there, king there. Pawn there. Dang it, I just missed that check. Rook e2. Rook takes. Yeah, I have to try to win this on time, unfortunately. Prefer not to. Good moves is what I like to do, but unfortunately that's not always the case, everyone. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, dang it. That check. Well, life goes on. On to the next game. Okay. Yeah, my opponent just played very, very well there. Very well. I'm curious to see what the accuracy was in that game. Okay, 21-31. There we go. D4. I'm gonna take, and it'll look like it's maybe looking at a scotch. Yeah, they play the C3 line against me. So knight F6. E5's interesting here. I guess I'll play the same thing they did. Knight to G4 with the D5 idea. Pawn takes. D5. Oof. Yeah, this is wrong. This is not what you're supposed to play here. Okay. Yeah, let's just castle and allow knight H6 here. And hopefully I can survive this. I actually just played this against him, so. And yet I fall for it. King H8, Rook G8, and maybe I can do something. I don't know why he did that move. Let's go Rook G8. Can't castle because bishop takes on H3. I assume something like, oh, okay, interesting. Interesting. Let's go bishop E6 then. I assume queen D2 will get played at some point. Knight A5, a little tricky move. The queen D2 is a very natural move to play. So knight B3 will do this. Also, maybe just knight C4 here. I need to play C5 and open up the position, so... stop me from doing that. D6, C5. If I had gone C5, they could take and then just fork me, so... Okay, they're going for that queen to D3 plan, so with G7, looks like it'll be good enough. I do have to be careful about knight F4, knight H5 kicking it. Oh, interesting. Pawn just takes, right? That was just a mistake there. Probably king F1 will get played. Rook C8. Probably queen to D3 now. Rook G7. Knight H5 is the threat now. Rook C3. And then queen C7 here. Take. Maybe a check. Okay, that's not bad for us. Knight B3. Oof. Well, you know what? I can play A5 here. I assume he's going to play there, right? We'll go A5 with a little sneaky trick. If rook takes, queen to D3 check. So, he's a smarty. A4. Clever. Unfortunately, my bishops are just really bad in this game. Dear Lord. I don't know if they can be more useless. Maybe rook c4. It's a pseudo threat. It doesn't really do anything. Okay. I don't know what that move does. Bishop c3. Idea is to take on d4. Pawn takes. So I guess I just take anyways. Right? Ooh, and now if they take e5 even, it gets really weak here too. Yeah, I don't think that sacrifice was very good for them. Okay, rook c4. Queen takes, queen takes. d4, queen takes. Bishop takes there. Ah. Oh, gosh. Rook g5, rook g6. I'm just afraid of this knight. I'm just afraid of the knight. So d4 is the new plan. Queen takes e5. Not a bad idea at all. I can't... Oh my gosh! Oh. Ah, well, okay. Yeah, that was those positions. So much in them, they get so rich. Kudos to my opponent. Oh, it looks like I'm running away with this tournament though, still. I think this is the person I just played, right? Yeah. Oh, no, this is 1600. Okay. Matt Duo. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it again. Dang it. I did it again, and I think I played him already, but maybe not when I'm playing the black, but that's okay. Alright, knight f6. Here we go. He's playing the same plan as last time. Castles. Oh, yeah, no, I think he did do the same plan as last time. I think I got black last time, too. Bishop b6 he took, and he had played b4, though, also, so... Bishop takes, and then we'll play d5. Knight takes. Yeah, I like this position. Play there. Let's go queen d7. f5, threatening f4 here to trap the bishop. And let's go knight takes. Bishop check first, and then knight to d4. Bishop g5 real quick. Stopping them from castling is always a decent idea. Rook a d8, knight to d4, knight takes c2 ideas. Pawn e4 idea, opening up. Check, and then play e4. Okay, so knight just takes, queen takes c2 check now. Ooh, and then I have knight e3. So queen takes, threatening knight e3 check. e4, threatening bishop d4 now. And I have pawn to e3 here too. This is not a good position for him. Not at all. So bishop d4 just wins the queen for a pin and a win. e3 again was also winning there too. We'll go queen check because when the king goes there, I want to go queen check again. I don't want him to have any hiding places. Pawn takes because queen check here. Rook takes, queen takes. Go queen takes here. So if rook takes on d1, okay, so queen check and then rook takes again wins. Takes. Takes. Oof, poor knight. Queen back, knight e3 or f4. Check there, I guess. Go f4. Of course, if they do that, we'll just take. And then we play knight e3 and then queen to g2's mate. I'd pre-move it, but this is not chess.com, so I gotta wait. Alright, 13 minutes left, 35 points. Not bad at all. Looks like people are already on pause. Like most chess tournaments. I definitely know that sense. Let's see. Not many of the high rateds are doing this. Okay, so yeah, we got whites, 1900. Let's do it. D4, C3. I assume they're gonna take. Yep, C3. And let's see if someone. Nope. Dang. Nope. I guess people have fallen for that trap too many times. I just have to play mainline theory. Don't want to let bishop G4 happen. Castles. You know, this knight takes E4 is a very good move. If you guys get this, you should definitely be trying to play it. There. Oh, okay, interesting. I guess we just don't go knight A4. Taking on E4 is like an old Ruy Lopez trap. You just play bishop D5, forking them. So yeah, bishop C2. And this is like the Shikoran line in the Ruy Lopez. Yes, they go C5 here. don't think this will be bad for me. These squares look good. Oh, okay, they didn't even take. Ooh, queen to d3. Nice little tempo for the checkmate. g6, bishop h6. Knight g7. This is all forced. The new threat's bishop f5 here. So we'll go queen e3, I guess, or queen d2. I want to take on c5, which I'll probably just do that. Even if bishop f5 gets played right now, I'll just play queen e2 and queen takes. The point was I just didn't want to lose this nice pawn in the center right here on e5. Okay. Bishop e4. And then rook fd1 and rook c1. The c5 pawn is weak. So we can put pressure on that guy over there. Here the idea is just to put the queen to a better square. But I can still play rook fd1 and rook c1. Rook c1. Very nice little square here. I really do want to get this knight to a better posting, though. That's the problem. Queen takes b4 here. I think is just good, right? Queen takes. Yep. Rook takes on c7, going to a winning endgame. Look at that time. You got to play a little bit faster. Rook takes. And knight g5 looks like a decent move for f7 for falling. So knight g5. Bishop takes. Oof. Knight takes on e6 looks good here too. I think I have to play knight takes on e6. If knight e6 gets played. Let's see what they play here. So knight takes. Bishop takes. Rook here. We want to try to stop that. So knight b6, knight d7, knight f6 check. This is actually a very good threat for me. Knight d7 and knight f6 check as this threatens the checkmate here. He might just take on f2 here. And I wouldn't blame him. If he takes on f2, we just take... Oh, so knight check here. And now good endgame. Rook takes. Rook check. Probably knight takes check here. Knight check here. Okay. Rook c5. Rook c6. Rook takes, rook takes. Eesh, but it's the time that's the problem here. It's the time. So king there. Rook d6 check. Rook d2. Hopefully he'll trade off the knights here. Nope. Pawn a3. Okay. f3. Knight takes, pawn takes. Rook to d3. Rook takes on b3. You just have to make sure about any cheap shots here. Rook g3. King takes. Rook c3 check. b3. Rook over to g3. Rook d3 check. Rook f3. Yeah, this is probably lost just because of time. Rook f4 check. Rook f3. b4. Rook e3 check. Rook over f3. Oh, missed the trade of it. Oh my gosh. Whew, okay, I'll take the draw there. My opponent played very well, and I'm happy with the draw. Oh my gosh, yeah. Dear Lord. All right, we still got 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go, but still a clear lead. I have 2 people in second place, so we are at 24 points. Okay, 2,300 again. Here we go. d4. We never did figure out what we're supposed to do. We'll play pawn takes here, and if knight takes, okay, if knight takes here, you just play knight c6, knight f6 here, I believe. This just reminds me of the Scotch. I should play d6 here. Bishop c5. I'll go bishop b4 like I did last time. This is, I think, a better idea just to get the bishop outside the pawn chain. Although I was binded pretty badly last time. But, yeah. h6. c5. Oh no! Knight b5. Oh, perfect. He did the wrong way. Cool. Rook e8. Let's go b6, d5 idea. So d5, f4, knight c6, knight e4. Knight takes c3 idea. Queen d7, threatening queen takes on f5. And do we double the rooks here? Let's just do that real quick. Knight a5, knight c4 looks good. Yeah, this is a very good position. I hate this. I hate when this happens to me myself. You know, you get these very beautiful positions where you get the bishop pair and the pawn structure is correct, but you know, these knights just find their good homes. They just find a good home. The new threat here. What's the new threat? Knight to d2. Knight d6. What's the threat here? I think knight a5, knight a4. You have to be careful. Bishop takes e4 is definitely a legitimate threat. What are they threatening? This knight b2 is not a bad idea. The idea was trying to get to here, but the queen's actually having a hard time finding a good square for herself. Knight takes c3, right? Knight takes on c3. Yeah, that seems good. And knight to a4 or knight to c4 here. Knight takes on c3. Rook takes. Okay. Rook takes. Knight back to e4. Pawn takes. Okay. Queen f7, I guess. Yeah. I'm trying to get this knight. Oh, maybe I was just supposed to play there. Knight c4. Pawn's taking. Maybe knight d6 I can do. Knight d6. Queen check. Okay, f5. Yeah, this looks like a decent endgame for me. King e7. g6. Okay. Knight e8. Ah, knight d6. What's the idea? Knight b7. Knight c4. King e7. And if bishop b8, knight c8. Whew. Okay, I think I got this one under control. King just takes. Let's see here. Pawn takes, I guess. King takes here. I'm not too sad about. a6, b5. Okay. Pawn takes. Dang it. Knight d6. Let's go king here. One of the ideas being we're trying to guard. Okay, so bishop there then, right? b3. Pawn takes. Knight to c4, b2 is winning now. Just gotta make sure I don't lose this pawn. And my king needs to run over here and there. So b2, knight takes. Knight c4. And knight here. Knight d6. Oh no, what's the move here? King here. King takes, king there. It doesn't take long. I'm just gonna go for the draw, which shouldn't be too hard for two pawns. So there, and then just there, yeah. Knight takes, king takes. Whew. Got it. Oh my gosh. Whew. Man, these guys are fighting tooth to nail. 2 minutes left. They do let you finish it, but yeah, I guess I'll just keep playing. Typically, I wouldn't play just because there really is no way that this game will even affect the outcome of it. So you can just go on pause and just really whatever. And the games that you play now, that I mean, they still count as far as being rated. In the chess.com tournaments, they just, you know, once the tournament's over, they just stop the games, which, you know, has its good points, has its bad points, right? The playing times I've been playing and I'm in a winning position and they're just like done. And I'm like, oh, all this hard work I did, gone. Let's see here. Let's go A5. Let's see if they've just played A4 here. A4, awesome. Pawn takes maybe. Bishop C2, A3. Okay. B5, B4 is interesting, so we're going to go for that. The idea is to try to make this D4 square weak, so that maybe we can put the knight there. Knight takes, and we'll go C5 here. We got a free tempo. So C5, D4 is never going to happen. This bishop looks pretty imprisoned. Where does this knight go? So H6, it can't go to F4. Let's go Queen B6. I think we're going to just put all this pressure on D3. Rook E8. If knight H4, knight takes E4 doesn't do anything. So we'll go bishop F8. And then knight C6, D4. Yeah, like this. We need to trade off at least one of these ones. He's this guy James Spieler has done a very good job by look at that thread. Yes, knight takes H6. He's done a very good job because he's treating this like a Ruy Lopez, which I changed it into the Shakoran Ruy Lopez here. So yeah, see, we got 10 seconds left. So as far as the tournament goes, we will still finish our games though. But I'll play knight D4, and after a trade of one of these, okay, he did that move. Let's go knight H7, G6, G5. Maybe I'll go king H7 here. Yeah, king H7 threatening G6 now. Dear Lord, look how terrible that bishop is. Okay, G6. I guess the knight goes back to H4. I'll probably play. Do I just play? Bishop G7. It's probably not the right move, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm just going to overprotect, and I think the bishop belongs on this diagonal. Rook C8, knight D4, and then we'll have this open C file. Let's see, knight D7. Queen takes on H4, of course, is the threat. And how do they defend against this? Queen takes H4. Let's take this guy first. Then we'll take this knight. Yeah, they just look like a blunder. Queen back over here. We have rook F8 and knight to D4 here. Knight D4. Knight F6 would be trapping the queen. Alright, good game, good game. Alright, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. We got to play the Italian game. This was the Hungarian Variation. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be definitely uploading a lot more of these 1 hour tournaments. If you guys enjoyed it, please let me know. Things I could do better. Always welcome the criticism. Alright. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Bye.